Getting our victory was our closer last year, Teddy Rule. Basically through 7 innings, went to 100 pitches. It's something when he left last year, it was talked about him, sliding into a starting rotation role because he's got a good arm. You know, the a role filled by him, leaving a void in the back end of the bullpen was filled by Matt Fishman, who's a senior sidearm guy. He pitched well over the weekend. We had a big hole in the back of the bullpen with Tim Haley leaving due to graduation. We hope to fill that with Jake Wade, similar type stuff, sinker slider type guy. But the rest of the starting weekend rotation on last weekend, it was kind of patchwork. We've had a few guys get injured early, but all three of them, besides Teddy, gave us quality starts, gave us a chance to win. Cody King, first time pitching in 2 years due to arm issues. He pitched very well. Jake Peterson, he's a big left-handed pitcher, threw well against St. Cloud State, threw 8 innings, only gave up two runs. And in our number one slot, Oswald Sylvester did a great job on Friday. He left with the lead. We just couldn't hold on to it. We have the ability with we've got a lot of left-handed hitters to play a little matchup baseball. Over the weekend, we had our mainstays in our lineup. Mitch, obviously, is one of those guys, senior 3-hole hitter. But we had 2 freshmen, David Jacob, Dominic Miles did a great job over the weekend. David hit like 500 or whatever he hit. Gavin Meyer, senior center fielder, came back off of basically 2 injury-plagued years. To get him back on the field, he's in a 5th year eligibility role. But we had the ability to match righties up against lefties, against righties. Going around the infield, Matt Merrick started 3 games at first base for us, left-handed bat. At second base, we split up the time between Corey Wisdom and Cole Judy. Corey's junior, redshirted last year behind Drake Austin, and Cole ended up, not redshirting last year, played a utility role. He's looking to kind of, get into a more of an everyday role. Senior shortstop Kenny May, back at the leadoff spot, had a great opening weekend. Peter Cunningham at third base. He kind of struggled with the bat the first couple games, but he kind of got things ironed out and splitting time behind the plate. Larry Sarton and Gordy Gundaker, Larry being a senior, Gordy being a junior, they did a great job all weekend handling the pitching staff. Any offensive production we get out of them is a bonus. An excellent weekend defensively. We only had 2 errors in 4 games. Coincidentally, they were made by the same guy. But I'm not harping on that or anything, any way, shape, or form. But those guys all year, they know how important defense is to the strengths and to the outlook of this ball club, and it showed. We kind of saw the fruition of all of our work thus far. We picked the ball well up on the infield all weekend. We caught it well, and ran it down in the outfield. To only have 2 errors in 4 games straight out of the snow, straight out of the, gym. Basically, we haven't had too many opportunities to get outside. It's just a testament to their will and their hard work. In my 4 years here, this is the first time we haven't scrimmaged outside, before we went somewhere. It's just been, a terrible winter, record-setting winter around here. Even helping us out this year, we have the ability to go outside, with our turf soccer field right next to our, indoor hitting facility, but we don't have the capability of doing it because, whether it be snow or wind or, who knows what was going on this winter. But that being said, it's no excuse. Everybody knows how to play the game. We can go out and compete. We can play hard and see what happens. And that's what we did this weekend. It hurts, hitters a little bit with depth perception, pitchers getting on the mound, speed of the game with our infielders. But, all in all, we did a great job of not letting that affect outcomes.